Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Tech on Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the iPhone 13 Pro, and I will basically be giving y'all my thoughts on this device after around a week of using this phone. So I've owned this phone for around a week now, and I've actually used it for a while. This has been my daily driver for the past 7 days, and there are many things that I actually really love about this device and very minimal things that I actually don't really like. So let's go ahead and actually begin. So we've had a lot of improvements this year. They might not seem like a lot, but they are some really good improvements. So first up, we're going to go ahead and start with the cameras. So we have wider aperture cameras for each one of the three cameras right here, and also for the selfie cameras, so we can actually take in a lot more light. So compared to the iPhone 12 Pro, these cameras are actually huge. I don't have my 12 Pro next to me right now, but if I did, these are a lot larger than the 12 Pro, and they are a lot thicker than the 12 Pro, and that can basically already tell you that they have made a lot of improvements to the cameras. And this is actually really true, and in my testing so far, I've actually gotten really nice pictures and really nice videos. So picture wise, not too big of an improvement. However, in low light conditions, you actually get way better pictures, especially with night mode. And if you turn up the seconds or the length to the max, which is going to be 10 seconds for most cases, you will get beautiful photos. The night shots will look like they are day shots, and actually they won't come out blurry, so they will look really nice and not pixelated. And compared to some other devices that I've actually used before, some of them actually kind of make the darker areas a lot darker and pixelated, which isn't really nice. So we've actually had a lot of key improvements. We actually got some more modes this year. We have a lot of camera modes, which I will be showing y'all real quick. So let's go to our camera, and I will show you guys what we've actually improved. So we've gotten some new modes, and these are going to be the cinematic mode mainly, and we've also gotten some modes that will actually change how your pictures look. So if we go over here, I believe, and then we change this, here we have a couple of modes. So we have standard, we have rich contrast, we have vibrant, we have warm, we have cool, and these are basically our settings. So this is how it will take photos. So if you go to vibrant, we're gonna have richer colors, and some people actually like that. So this, normally iPhones, they actually take natural, their pictures are usually very natural, and they look exactly like what it should look like. However, some people actually prefer vibrant colors. Like on Samsung's phones, they actually take pictures that are a lot more vibrant, and they actually make the colors pop. And to the human eye, colors actually look better when they're actually a lot lighter. I mean, a lot more visible actually. So when you look at a red, you want to see it as red and not just some light red. And the thing with Samsung devices, they actually make those colors very vibrant, and the human eye actually perceives that better. Personally, I like more vibrant colors, and when I take pictures, it really doesn't bother me if they're not as natural. As long as they're vibrant and they look good, that is okay with me. And that's why with this device right here, I will actually be using the vibrant mode, and I have been using it for a while now. I do occasionally switch between the modes just to see how they look, but personally my favorite is going to be the vibrant mode that we have right here. So we also get another mode on our 13 Pro series, and that's going to be the cinematic video. So cinematic video basically focuses on subjects when you actually change where you're pointing the camera. So if I go up to a subject and show their face, it'll actually focus onto them. Or when someone else is speaking and I move the camera just a tad bit towards where they are, even if they're behind them, it'll actually focus towards that person, which will actually give you the cinematic mode, or like movie type camera mode, which is really nice. However, this is limited to 1080p 30 FPS, which is kind of a bummer, but it is okay. They will probably make it better. They will probably raise it, because I believe it's just a software thing. The cameras are definitely capable of recording in higher res quality. So one other big improvement is going to be the battery. So we did get around a 500 milliamp hour difference, 500 or 600, which is a big upgrade compared to last year's phones, the 12 series. And the thing is, with the 11 series, we actually had the best battery life on iPhones. However, on the 12 series, Apple actually decided to make the battery smaller, which made the battery life less and shorter than what the 11 Pro Max got. The 11 Pro Max was the king of battery life compared to the 12 Pro Max. And now with the 13 Pro and Pro Max, they have all gotten a really nice upgrade, and now I can go through a whole day with this device without ever needing the need to actually charge up my phone during the day. I've actually gotten great battery life with this, which is really nice, because during the day sometimes I would always carry a charger with me, and the main reason for that was because I kind of needed to. You never know when your battery's going to run out, and with the 12 series I wasn't actually really sure that it was capable enough to actually last me the whole day, and that would actually happen in a lot of cases. I would actually run out of battery at around like 6 or 7, and I would actually charge it up again. So one of the new upgrades, as I said, is the battery, and this battery life is really nice. It lasts me the whole day. I do still occasionally charge it because I do have my wireless, I have my MagSafe charger next to my table, and when I'm on my laptop I just plop it on there because it's convenient and it just charges up. But some days when I don't, it actually lasts me the whole day, and I still have like 10 to 15% battery life left, which is really nice, and it just gives you that extra benefit of not carrying a charging cable around or a power bank with you. So another key improvement is going to be with the display. So with the display I will include the notch as well, the new improved notch, and also everything else that is on the display. So the notch is actually smaller this year. They've actually shrunk it down. I'm not sure if you can see with this black background. Let me get another thing, and here we have it. So the notch is actually a lot smaller. They've actually shrunk it. However, it is just a tad bit taller, but it's not noticeable. It's better to have this, and it's just a nice improvement that they've done finally after around 4 years of having that same notch, same size notch, without any improvements to it. So all of the sensors are still there, and the main reason Apple was able to do this was because they actually moved the speaker grill up top right here. Before it was down next on top of the notch. However, it's above there and it's connected to the frame of the phone, so they were actually able to make the notch smaller without losing any of the sensors and any of the camera, anything on there. So camera quality is still going to be great. You still have your Face ID, and it's overall the same notch. However, they've just made it smaller. So display is another key improvement. So now we actually have 120 hertz display, and this is actually adaptive, so depending on what you're doing at that moment, it can actually go down all the way to 10 hertz, which will actually save your battery, and it will actually help it a lot. So if you had a phone that was on 120 hertz constantly, that would definitely eat up your battery. However, with this new adaptive display on the 13 Pro, we actually can go down all the way to 10 hertz, and it can actually switch in between as well. So it's not just 120 to 10, it'll go to 30, 35, 60, 80, 90, whatever is needed at that moment. So it's really nice that it can actually adapt to that. However, you can still turn it down to 60 hertz and it will go from 60 to 10, so it's still adaptive even on the 60 hertz. So personally, I was using it on 120 hertz the whole time, and my battery would still last the whole day. And I'm just wondering about the people that keep it on 60 hertz and also have low power mode on. I wonder how long this phone would actually last. So overall, this is a pretty nice upgrade this year. They've actually improved some really nice things that I actually wanted to have upgraded, and they are overall really nice. So we actually did get a new color, and this year we have Sierra Blue, and last year we had Pacific Blue. Personally, I actually do kind of like the Pacific Blue just a tad bit more. This seems like a little too light of a blue, and sometimes in certain lighting conditions it doesn't really even show off the blue, which kind of bothers me. I'd rather have the Pacific Blue on my 12 Pro. Personally, that is my favorite color so far. However, this is a nice color as well. So overall, that will basically wrap it up for all the things that I actually like about this phone. There are very minimal things that I dislike, and I will go ahead and talk about them right now. So one of the main things that I actually dislike and like is going to be the design of this phone. So even last year, I personally really liked how this box design looked and how the straight sides, edges, everything looked. However, when holding this phone in your hand, it actually can get really bothersome, and it can actually hurt your hand after a certain point because of these jagged edges. When I'm holding this, when I'm laying down on my bed, it actually starts hurting my hand, and it's not really comfortable when using it. I do, however, use a case on it. I have been rocking the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case for a while now, and that kind of takes the force off since you're not just holding onto stainless steel frame. However, it does still hurt just a tad bit, and I don't really like that. Feeling wise, I dislike it. However, this definitely looks better than what we had before this and the design before this on the 11 Pro. So this is kind of a personal opinion, I guess, for the people that like it and it feels good, then go ahead. Me personally, I like it. However, it just doesn't feel good in the hand, and it's not as comfortable as the curved edges that all other phones have. So that is basically the only thing that I actually dislike about this. And one other thing would be that we still don't have a lot of customization, and iOS 15 is still kind of not optimized. I've had a lot of lagging and glitching on the phone, especially when I go into apps. When I'm clicking on something, it just won't open it up, or click on it, and so I have to actually close out of the app and open it up again. I feel like that's a software thing, so I actually won't kind of add it to it. But other than that, I don't have many dislikes. This phone is honestly a great phone, and would I recommend it? Yes, I would definitely recommend it. If you want a iOS device, this is the one to go for. You could go for the 13 as well, the normal 13 or 13 mini, and you will still be happy. If 120 Hz display doesn't bother you and 60 Hz is okay, then go for the 13s. Any of the 13 series are really good. Even the 13 mini this year, with the battery upgrade, you can actually almost last a whole day with that phone. Maybe with the 12 minis, I wouldn't recommend it, but with the 13 mini this year, they've made some key improvements to the main features of this device, and I really enjoy it and I really love it. So I would definitely recommend this phone to anybody that's looking out for an iPhone. So that will basically wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps support the channel, and see you in the next one.